Assalamualaikum. Today we will discuss about the introduction to the ethics of engineering. I'm Marina Tiasa from Electrical Engineering Nusa Putra University 2024. So this is the 82005 ethics for electrical engineering. Like we can see that there is ethic for electrical engineering. uh, the objective to explain the nature of ethics and the difference with other kinds of standard and values, and then explain the basic issues and concept in the codes of ethics of professional engineering society. And then the introduction. Engineers are expected to maintain high standards of ethical conduct in their professional lives by the society and their profession. Specifically, the National Council of Examiners for Engineering and Surveying (NCAS) provide the model rules of professional conduct code. The nature of ethics. Ethics is concerned with standards, rules, or guidelines for moral or socially approved conduct, such as being honest or trustworthy or acting in the best interests of society. Ethical standards apply only to conduct which could have some significant effect on the lives of people in general. And then legal standard versus ethical standards. Legal standards defined by legal body determine what the law is and who should obey it. Ethical standard exists independently of any particular group of experts. And the nature of engineering ethics. Engineering ethics is an applied form of ethical standards which apply to any human occupation. Ethical duties of honesty, fair dealing with other people, obeying the relevant laws, and then model rules of professional conduct code. The preamble, the engineer's obligation to society, the engineer's obligation to employers and clients, an engineer's obligation to other engineers. And then the preamble. It is ethically wrong to cause harm to people, to promote the public welfare, to maintain a high standard of integrity and practice among engineers. The engineer's obligation to society. While performing services, the engineer's foremost responsibility is to the public welfare. 2. Engineers shall approve only those designs that safeguard the life, health, welfare, and property of the public. If an engineer's professional judgment is overruled, resulting in danger to the life, health, welfare, or property of the public, the engineer shall notify employer or client and authority. Then, engineers shall be objective and truthful in professional report. 5. Engineers shall not express a professional opinion publicly unless it is based upon knowledge of the facts and competent evaluation. And then 6. Engineers should explicitly identify the parties on whose behalf they are expressing the opinion and revealing the interest the parties have in the matters. And then 7. Engineers shall not associate in business ventures with persons engaging in dishonest, fraudulent, or illegal business practice. And then engineers who have knowledge of a possible violation of any of the rules listed shall provide pertinent information and assist the state board. And the engineer's obligation to employers and clients. 1. Engineers shall not undertake technical assignments for which they are not qualified by education or experience. 2. Engineers shall approve or seal only those plans or designs that deal with subjects in which they are competent. And then 3. Engineers may coordinate an entire project provided that each design component is signed or sealed. And then the engineer's obligation to employers and client. 4. Engineers shall not reveal professional information without prior consent, except when required by law. 5. Engineers shall not solicit or accept valuable considerations from contractor. And 6. Engineers shall disclose to their employers or client potential conflicts or interests. And then the engineer's obligation to employers and client. 7. An engineer shall not accept compensation from more than one party for services on one project unless the details are fully disclosed and agreed. 8. To avoid conflict of interest, engineers shall not solicit or accept a contract for governmental body on which a principal or officer of the firm serves as a member. And then an engineer's obligation to other engineers. 1. Engineers shall not misrepresent or permit misrepresentation of their or any of their associates' academic or professional qualification. Engineers shall not give, solicit, or receive any gifts or commission in order to obtain work. And number 3, engineers shall not attempt to injure, maliciously or falsely, directly or indirectly, the professional reputations, prospects, practice, or employment of other engineers. And then engineering ethics and legal issue. Engineers are expected to obey the general rules and regulation of their society which they live in. Every engineers need to have a good basic grasp of basic transaction legal matters. And then ethics challenger, Roger Boys-Joly tried to stop the launch of the Space Shuttle Challenger in 1986. Despite Boys-Joly's objections, the ship was sent up, only to explode just over a minute after takeoff, killing all the astronauts on board. Boys-Joly had more than 25 years of experience in the aerospace industry when in 1985 he found a problem with the Challenger seal that he thought could jeopardize the safety of the mission. Although he was asked to soften the urgency of the problem he had found, Boys-Joly continued to voice his concern about going ahead with the launch. Unfortunately, Boys-Joly was left out of the final decision to send up the shuttle. Case scenario, exam copy. While preparing for a major engineering exam, a fellow classmate approaches you and informs you that he has a copy of the exam and asks if you would like a copy of it. You know that if you take the copy of the exam, you will get a perfect score and most likely end the semester with an A in the course. Will you take the copy of the exam? Why or why not? And then case scenario, leaving out data. You have spent many months in the lab recording test data on a particular material that you have designed. All the prior tests indicate that this material can be very useful in the industrial world. Yet towards the end of the 8th month of the material research, you discover that at a relatively high temperature, the material will experience catastrophic failure. This new flow in the material will make the material useless. But if you don't tell anyone about this high temperature flow, you can potentially make millions of dollars. Do you leave out the data that basically kills your material? Explain your decision in detail. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your time and please make the task ya. I'll give you ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.